Just appreciate my ball club so much, the way they competed and played the game today. After yesterday's ball game, to come back out and be so resilient, I thought we were, if you get to this level with an opportunity to move forward, you're going to have to pitch at an elite rate. And I talked about 2.5 years ago when I got this awesome opportunity at Auburn that it would be, to steal from Skip Burtman, you'd have to pitch, dominate the routine play and timely hitting. And there's been 2 elite pitching performances, especially out of the starts, and we got one today out of freshman Tanner Burns. And I thought that was the biggest key today, was ability to believe in his fastball, his intent, his ability to drive the ball in the strike zone and let the chips fall where they may. I thought there were 2 huge thought the double plays were big, the 2 5-4-3s, Venter to Jarvis to Anthony. The 5-4-3 double plays were huge in the ball game, and I just didn't think our guys blinked. Langworthy hit the big home run after we worked really hard to score a run. We come back right in the bottom half and find a way with Byrne on the mound. Now that he's been on the mound 2 days in a row, to find a way to win a 3-2 ball game and give her at least survive and give ourselves an opportunity to come out and play 9 innings for an opportunity to go to Omaha.
You had the big hit in the 8th inning, but before I ask you about that, I wanted to ask you about the hit by pitch. You seem very upset about that. Can you talk about what you were feeling right there and how you saw that?
I mean, I don't want to make it more than what it was, but I felt like I didn't lean into it, and I mean, things will always go your way, and I knew that I had to get back in there and fight and try to get on base, try to get keeping it back going. So I mean, it was just.
Luke, you've been battling a little bit of slump there. What do you think about that big hit there?
That was pretty cool. Try not to do too much. Just try and see it and hit it, and I think got it worked out.
When you see that ball drop in left center and you turn toward the dugout,
Yeah. Oh, pandemonium. I mean, that was that's as cool as it gets. From a feelings perspective, playing this game, where it's, you're not hitting the ball well, and then sure enough, you come up with, in kind of a big situation, and all you got to do is put the ball in play, and it sounds a lot tougher when you're in there. But yeah, I mean, these guys played amazing. It was a big team win.
We know what you hit, Luke.
Fastball, I think.
I saw you shaking your head when Butch was talking about Tanner and his performance. To see those freshmen go back to back like that again.
Yeah.
What's it mean?
I mean, it's been unbelievable all year. I mean, it's one thing when you got a guy like Casey. It's like, okay, we got a good game ahead of us. But to have somebody who hasn't really pitched in games like this. I mean, this is a super regional. First time Auburn's been a super regional in 20 years, and Tanner shows up and throws his butt off, and then Cody comes in and he's right behind him, and it's unbelievable from 2 freshmen, especially being a 5th-year guy who's seen a lot of players and a lot of freshmen, how the game kind of can get away from freshmen at times. I mean, it's been unbelievable watching them all year. They're amazing.
What was your mentality going to the mound today? What was kind of working for you?
The mentality, I guess, every game is to get the defense back in the dugout as quick as I can. Today was hot. It was extremely hot, and good things happen when the defense is in the dugout. And so I was just trying to get strike one. The first 2 innings I didn't have my best stuff, mainly the whole game. But just trying to get the first strike. I mean, they're a good hitting team. I mean, they're good hitting fastballs. So I mean, just trying to keep them off balance and just mainly trying to get the defense in the dugout as quick as I can.
Luke, you've got contributions from other freshmen as well. When did you guys kind of all start, the veterans start really kind of buying into that group?
I mean, you always could kind of see it in the fall. There were moments where it was like, holy cow, these guys are pretty dang good. We could be really good. But I mean, it's just been throughout the year. It's just time and time again. Ed's had a great year. Steven Williams has been awesome. Judd's had some contributions. I mean, he's been good. I mean, it just seems like they've time and time again they step up, and it's so much fun to watch, especially as a 5th-year guy.
For you as a senior, knowing that this could have been your last game, for you to come through with that walk-off hit, just what does that mean to you?
I mean, it means the world. Coach Thompson's been awesome since I've come out here. It's just cool. I love these guys, and to do that for them is awesome.
Well, you were able to touch Kolar with a home run, but just overall, how tough was he today? And was there a that sense of relief that you were able to get him out of the game and get to Florida's bullpen a little bit?
Yeah, it was huge to get in their bullpen. That's the main thing you want to do from the start of the game is get into the bullpen. We were able to do that, and I think we had pretty good at bats against Coar. I mean, we lined out a couple times. They made some good plays. His changeup looked real good today, so we just fought in there until we got to the bullpen, and we ended up coming with the win. So.
What did you think you had the winning run there in the eighth?
Wait, what did you say?
You think you had the winning run there in the eighth? And you drove them in?
Oh yeah, I knew Josh was gonna score.
What are you thinking about in the on-deck circle, like when you know it could be you on the line there? Are you thinking about passing bats, or are you just trying to stay focused on what Vern's going to throw you?
Yeah, no, definitely can't think about anything that's happened in the past, especially this game. It was just mainly just believing in myself and just trying to stay simple. That's been big for me when I've been going good is just try to just see ball, hit ball, not try to do too much. And so mainly, yeah, it was just see something I could hit and not do too much with it.
Look, you guys now have one game at Omaha. For a team that's focused on taking that next step, what does tomorrow mean?
I mean, it's huge, but at the same time, it's just a baseball game, and I think if we have that mentality, we're pretty good when we play it loose, when everybody's just kind of locked in, just having fun out there playing baseball. So it's definitely a big moment, especially for this program, and everybody's worked so hard for it. But I think that if we're able to just keep with that same mindset, where it's just it's like I said, it's just baseball. I think we should be good.
Tanner, can you speak to the double plays? 3 turned today, I think 2 when you were in there, but they weren't routine 6-4 threes either.
I guess Florida was sitting on fastball. I mean, because I like to throw a lot of fastballs and throwing my changeup and just throwing something different at them, getting the ground balls. Especially, I got a lot of trust with them two and Josh and Brendan. But just trying to get ground balls, and good things happen when you get ground balls, and we turn 2. So.
Luke, what's it? Usually you get a walk-off, you're at home. What's it like to get a walk-off on a rival's home field, and also how many of you had walk-offs like that?
It's kind of weird, to be honest, being on a different field. But I was trying to remember. Like I don't remember when I had like my last walk off. It might have been travel ball, like when I was like 12 or something. But it definitely doesn't get old. It's a cool feeling.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Go clean up. Loved it. Absolutely, just thankful to be a part of it. I just love the precision. I thought Jackson was not as good when we were down here earlier in the year, and I've seen him great before, and I saw him great again today. He got at 6 innings, started throwing a lot of fastballs. I'm a pitching guy by trade my entire career, so I appreciate great pitching, and I wanted us to figure it out, and but he was pretty good today. And we just talked about with these 2 guys, these young freshmen, to be committed to trusting their stuff, and their intent was outstanding. It wasn't perfect, with Tanner throwing 53 strikes out of 97 pitches, but the intent was at a high level. And I think this is a bag of experience that these guys can take with them. So I'm excited about that. And just the high level of play. Jonathan India being on the field, and that line drive was smoke that he caught. I thought it was by him and just a reaction play. And Langworthy hitting the home run when they're down to the last 3 outs. But I liked our resilience to just hang in there and work a walk, get them over, get them in. Kind of did that 2 innings in a row. Will Holland, that play with him being hit by the pitch, I got a really good, young, emotional player. And I'm just trying to have his back. I know Derek Jeter was always one of those guys at Yankee Stadium, when he always would get hit in the hand. I think there's a difference between the hand and wrist as opposed to the elbow. And, I don't have video there. I'm going to try to protect my player. And he's so emotional, and that's what makes him great. Because eventually I'm like, I need you. That was less to do with the umpire and more to do with, like, young man, I need you. He had to get the go-ahead hit. We had to bring the infield in, tied 1-1. He had to make a throw to the plate. I needed him for every bit of that. So that was kind of the deal there. Was more about taking care of Will Holland, but our guys played at a very, very high level. I thought the double plays were huge in momentum, and the pitching. We have to match Florida's pitching. That is what's created greatness around here. Is the only way we're going to get out of this deal is to better that. And for 2 days in a row, for us to win a game with Byrne being on the mound twice, and getting their best yesterday from the starter and getting their best today from Core Singer. I'm happy to have one more day to fight.
What's that to say about Tanner that he was obviously his pitch count got a little up, but he's out there battling pitch for pitch against a first rounder?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just keep growing and developing. He'll get to do that with Team USA this summer. He'll get to do that with the Cape after that. He'll get to come back here for another round of Southeastern Conference baseball as a sophomore, and that's why he's going to be pretty good when we start talking about him as a junior probably. Every one of these things accelerate his growth, and there's a lot of growth to do, but that's the exciting part of it, for him to just go battle and go with what he's got right now, and these will just be layers and stuff. If he keeps working hard and we keep giving him great opportunities and getting him around great people, and iron sharpens iron from playing in the best league in America, I'm excited. Can't wait for his growth.
Butch Jarvis is a guy that has made so many defensive plays this year for you guys. And thought he was going to be a big-time offensive player the last couple of years. What's it mean to see him get that hit?
You just root for guys like that. I do think he's the best second baseman in the Southeastern Conference, and we had a heck of a play made by Florida's second baseman today. The dive play in the 4-hole was beautiful today. He just wasn't seeing the ball early, especially the changeup, Coar, and that's why you have to hang in there. For him to hang in there and get that last at bat, there's nobody on our team that deserves that more than Luke Jarvis. And I think to a man on the team, a coach, player, if they had somebody up there for them to be able to get a hit like that in a big ball game, I think it's the first super regional win in Auburn baseball history. That's significant. And for Luke Jarvis to get it, there's nobody more deserving.
Coach, you talk about matching Florida's pitching. How do you feel like your pitching sets up for Monday, and have you thought about starting?
I've been very respectful of the game to just stay at one game at a time. We'll throw Andrew Mitchell tomorrow, so at least I know we'll throw Andrew will get the start for us. But we'll do the same routine we did last night. We'll go back. We'll give them 2 or 3 hours to go visit, eat, shower. Then we'll start with 8 o'clock. We'll have a team meeting together. We'll break off into positional meetings, pitchers, hitters. Once that's concluded, then we'll have a coaching staff where we'll start hammering all that stuff out before we put it to bed. So that's all we know is our starter, and we still have a lot to work, and we'll do the same routine of preparation for tomorrow that we did last night.
How do you feel about having a fifth-year senior on the mound for a winner-take-all type of game?
I feel good because of the way he's thrown the baseball recently. He's had some good outings for us. He's driven the ball on his own, started a game in a regional. The Vanderbilt game is huge in my mind. The LSU game was tremendous. Pretty consistent performer. It's a good left-hander. He's thrown the ball well. Got away from him here. I think we're up 4-0 in this game 3 earlier in the year. Here at Florida, he did start game 3 down here, and we're in pretty good shape. And Florida had a 6 spot, and we just couldn't get out of the inning and wound up running away from us. So we figure out a way to navigate around that tomorrow is the plan. You got a follow-up over here?
No, I was just going to ask about just the rest of your bullpen. The fact that you threw Cody for 3 innings,
Yeah.
rested, do you feel like it is?
I feel like Davis Daniels will come back. I think he threw 42 pitches yesterday. Greenhill could come back, but I think you're looking at hitter by hitter. I don't think you're counting a ton of innings. It's all hands on deck. I don't know which pitching staff's the deepest, but we'll probably find that line tomorrow if the offenses show up. I don't think we've played our best offensive game yet. I don't think we've busted out the way I think we're capable of and have had the potential to do recently. So that would be exciting for me if we come back out and play the kind of offense that I know we haven't played in these 2 games that I think's the potential to come about. And I saw some heightened focus these last couple of innings that excited me for tomorrow.
But to a pitching guy, you said this before about Casey sometime this year, but do you take more from a start like this from Tanner when he doesn't have his stuff, he's just kind of out there fighting?
Our game plan, honestly, was built more off of Davis Daniels the last couple of innings. going in today, and that matched our 2 pitchers that threw today. So we were doing some things with Davis Daniel in the ball game that built our game plan for today's ball game more than Mize's outing yesterday.
Coach, if I can ask this, I want to ask you about Will Hall. You mentioned he's a very emotional young guy. How does that carry over 7 innings later? He comes through the big hit there.
Yeah, I can just tell when a young Will Holland, an inconsistent Will Holland, is just that could take him out of the frame for the rest of the game. And you would just get consistent play. There's a level of maturity now of going through this that I thought, I kept going back around the 3rd and 4th inning. I left him alone about the 4th inning. I thought he was back and got past it. He would just carry things. He wants to do so well that he would just carry the weight of somebody trying to get him or trying to hurt him or the game not going his way. So I'm excited about his maturity as well today because I thought he was really focused. About the 4th inning, I left him alone. These guys have played so many games here, 65 games or whatever. So I'm kind of out of that business. We got to do a couple of tactical things in a great close ball game, but I kind of see my task as just kind of keeping them in the frame and heading the right way and with the right attitude. And he's grown so much from that. I'm excited. That's helping his game come along.
It's for you, just the program, you talked about it, the taking steps to now having one game for a shot at Tomahawk. What's that?
Yeah, there's just anything's possible with our program. There's just a lot of hard work, and some young men have come to our campus, our program that are making real impacts and making a difference. But you don't know what's going to happen in one game. But I think there's enough going on to feel like that anything can be possible to be able to hang with great teams, winning teams. I think at least I would want our people to feel like our fans, our university, and above all our players to feel like we belong. And then all these things are barriers or walls or doors we're trying to knock down. And every day we do this, we're kind of inching toward making that a reality.
Can you talk about Stephen Williams' ran down the ball in right field and has the home run? It just seems like he's peaking right now.
Yeah, the one to right center field was a huge catch. And then that at bat, his strike zone was good. That wasn't like the first pitch of that bat, and he hits a home run. That broke up the no-hitter, I believe. Perfect game. The guy's throwing tremendous. It's a long at bat too. I think that's a 6 or 7 pitch at bat, and he can evaluate at a high level. I'm sitting here thinking about there's a lot of good freshmen in our league this year. Reminds me of the Kerstad from Arkansas a lot with their movements and their body type, but maybe more than that, he reminds me of a young Gabe Gross, our third base coach, left-handed hitter, and did a lot for the program. Gabe, our third base coach, was a player the last time we were in a super regional in '99, but it's a left-handed hitter, right-handed thrower. Those guys got front side things that they have to keep up with. I see a lot of Gabe and Stephen Williams, but he's a smooth, easy, moving player, and he evaluated a long at bat right there and saw some marbles. And by that 6th, 7th pitch, whatever that was, barrel wind up on time right there. It was a big one to kind of get past the perfect game and kind of get that part of the game out of the way, and we could start playing baseball.
What did Tanner and Cody show you early when they got here that let you know, I can rely on these guys, I can ride these guys?
Yeah. Turning down multiple $1 million. People with confidence can't do that. So they're pretty well thought of, but when you can walk away from it and say, I want to be a professional ball player, but I want to go to Auburn first, that means they're betting on themselves. So you got to have enough confidence to be able to do that. And so they believe in their game. We got a long way to go. That's 3 home runs for Cody Greenhill now. Last 2 ball games against left-handed hitters. We had one at NC State that I didn't like at all. And Lippett, it just, a ball that we're just cutting and leaving in, and then Langworthy getting that ball. We're really trying to go away. I like the video here. I'm getting good reviews of the pitches on the board there and evaluating exactly where these balls are. So we got a little something to work on there with all these guys, but those guys have enough confidence in themselves that they wanted this journey. So I think that's the biggest thing that they're pitching with right now. Yep. Thank you, man.